Hey there, folks. Every Thursday, I just got off the phone from my therapist. Deep shit, etc. Today's topic is employment, because this is a topic I know nothing about. Personally, on a personal experience, that is. Because the thing is, I've never had a job. Not one that supports me. There have been jobs. I was a paper boy for quite a while. Ooh, impressive. And I sold ice cream out of a bicycle-powered cart for a firm with the incredibly, marvelously dignified name Dickie D. Sounds like a rapper, doesn't it? Not a very good one either. Anyhow, and I work for my uncle as a cashier slash clerk. That's my favorite job that I had. For one thing, it had at least a small amount of dignity, and it was inside. But that was not enough to support me either. And so, yeah, here I am, 52 years old, and I've lived my entire adult life without the dignity of work. And I know that that's a phrase that's been co-opted by the right wing, but it's real. One of the unsung truths of our society is that we need work, and not just so that you can pay your bills. We have an instinct that says, contribute to the tribe. That's what you're supposed to be doing, and if you're not doing it, there's something really wrong with you. So if you can't be employed, if you're disabled like myself, you have this enormous unmet need within you. And the fact that society tells you, that's fine, you're disabled, we don't expect you to work, helps, but it doesn't entirely solve the problem. You still have an instinct, a need within you, and you want to be a functioning member of the tribe. You want to contribute and receive. That's how things are supposed to work. So the fact that I, as a disabled person, can't get traditional employment, or at least most jobs, it really sucks. And it puts an enormous burden on the soul. This also applies to people who can't get work because there's no work where they live. But that's another subject. Today we're talking about me. So yeah, I've had this gnawing need for a long time, and a long time I just ignored it. Like I did with practically everything else. All my instincts and things like that. But lately, I've been feeling that unmet need more distinctly and more sharply, quite frankly. And I really want to make something of myself. So I'm going to try and find some kind of work that I can do. It would be such an improvement in my life. And not just because I'd have more money, although that would obviously be pretty nice, but because I'd have some kind of purpose. There'd be some reason for me to get out of bed. There'd be some thing for me to get done that counts. Right now, I got nothing. I mean, I shouldn't say that, because that means I'm devaluing my own efforts. I make a video every day. I write on my blog every day. So I do something. And sometimes that even gets me comments and feedback. So it's at least confirmation of my existence. But it's still not work. It still doesn't feel like I'm really contributing. So yeah, my great big dreamy dream is to just be able to work for a living. somehow. Something that at any point in time about 95% of people have is something that I dream of. A job. I also want a boyfriend, but that's beside the point. I think honestly a job is probably easier for me to get. Anyway, so that's my talk for today. Talk about how much it sucks to not be able to work. And it doesn't matter that society says it's okay. I want to work. I want purpose. I want some direction. I want some recognition of what I've done. I've been living in the dark and the cold for so long. I just want to do something that helps. Even if all I'm doing is answering the phone. I guess that's all for me for today, folks. I will talk to you nice people again tomorrow. Bye-bye. P.S. I don't know what this thing on my lip is. Bye-bye.